Hello everyone, this is Julie with the Jewel Design, and this is take 2. I was going along, 15 minutes in, thought everything was great, paused it for a second, walked inside to grab my glues, because you know me, I leave them in the house when I'm, of course always before I'm working, came back out here, unpaused it, I thought things were fine. I don't know, maybe when I unpaused, I don't know if I hit something, but I didn't notice that I'd hit something, so I go to show you guys that I have finished this lovely belly band, right? Absolutely adorable. And bring it up close like I was going to do here, and I look up at my phone and realize it's black. So here it is. Isn't it pretty? I'm so sorry. And I can't even find it. I went to look, and there's no video, there's no record of it, nothing. I have no clue what happened. My phone just did not want to work. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. It's Monday morning. I am trying to do a video for you guys, so that you have something today as a afternoon treat, and we'll see. I'm not sure this is take 2. We'll see what happens. So, I used a canvas printable scrap. I inked it with some really cute tea and coffee ring splotch stamps using our distressed photo ink. The Tim Holtz Distress ink, oops, that we all love with a vintage photo. See, vintage photo, Tim Holtz. I love using it. It's really simple. It keeps everything antique-y. Had a belly band that had matched the background, stickers, cutouts, you know, trims, and glued it down so we could put stuff like this in it. So I guess that's where I'm going to start. Oh, gosh, I hope everybody's doing well. Maybe this is going to be a Monday. I am behind schedule, as I was trying to tell everybody. Starting Thursday after, you know, Wednesday's video and whatnot, my dad put some stuff in storage that I knew needed to stay there and get a peek at what was in my storage unit. There's a lot in there, actually, but most of it's furniture, which is great. There are boxes of things that are like old Barbies and some of my husband's things that we didn't really want up in the attic, or even in the garage that would get hot and cold all the time, because the storage unit does keep things pretty neutral, you know, keeps everything cool, which is great. And, but I had to see which room I had. We put some stuff back in there because I needed room in the garage. And so when we were done with that on Thursday, I came straight home and I kept going. So one of our areas that is a constant rotation of stuff, right? The kids are done with things. They want to get rid of things. I have to rebox things, bag things, give them away, whatever. You know, you have those pages or those areas. And, I, you know, was like, okay, well, I'm not putting Christmas quite away yet, but, I do a lot of Christmas, I keep a lot of things out, wintry things out of Christmas for some time. It's, like I was telling my daughter, it's gloomy out, and it's cold, and it just makes the house feel warm, and inviting, and just lovely. So, when it starts getting warm, and it's getting lighter and lighter out, then I start wanting to clean things up, declutter, so anyway, but I wanted to make sure I could get to my Christmas boxes with less hassle, because having 2 large boxes of folding tables and chairs and card tables is really annoying when I have to keep moving those around just to get to my Christmas stuff, to the Christmas boxes. And then, so we put those away in my storage unit, and then, I wanted to see where my daughter's next bed was hiding in that room, in the storage unit. She's going to get my old day bed, well, the idea of my old day bed. Actually, we gave away my day bed, and we took my grandmother's because it was in better condition. So she'll get that here very soon, a couple months. Maybe spring break in March. We may bring it in. We'll see how she's doing. But by August, her room will get her 13-year-old makeover. So, yeah, so I was putting stuff in storage units, seeing where things were in there, what needed to be immediately pulled out for next garage sale, whatever. Of course, I want to do a garage sale this upcoming weekend, and it's supposed to rain starting Friday afternoon, all the way through the weekend. I'm like, man. So I'm going to have to do the old, you know, for us now, online. It's like, ugh, I guess, which is good, but then I'm like, I cleaned up my garage. I cleaned up my rotating area really well, where I can move over quite a bit and get to, like, I can actually put the car in the middle of the garage and have so much room going down both sides. The girls can get out of the car without bumping into things. I'm not into a tiny crevice of space. But then it was like I put all this stuff aside. I'm like, okay, well, all this needs to get sold. And Then I went to my closet the next day on Friday, because I only done a small amount of that. So there you go. See, you take my insulated backed, you cut around it, you glue it down, you ink it, and you have a nice, thick, sturdy card. And because you put them on cardstock, it's really thick. So if you like thinner cards, put this on really good copy paper or really good printer paper, and then fold it, and you would have a standard cardstock feel, that 65-pound feel, when you fold it and glue it. I put everything pretty much on cardstock, though, when it comes to my ephemera, so I get even a thicker card when you do the insulated backed cards this way. As you can see, I'm just using a glue stick for the majority of the inside, and then using the glitter glue for the outside edges, because that's what always comes loose, and that's what pops everything out. So I do this, and then just reinforce it with, you know, the glitter glue. So, yeah, I don't know what happened in my video. I'm like dumbfounded. I had just cleaned up my phone too. Like, I went ahead and I had just cleaned stuff out. I deleted things, so I'm really not really sure what's causing that. I must have hit a button, but the fact that I can't even find a 15-minute video is what's really weird to me. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. I have the heater on. I have the video. I mean, I love my canvas light, but it does heat the phone up, which is really weird because the phone is above the light. So why it would heat it up, I don't know. I think that's sort of weird. Now this one's, yeah, I think I'm going to turn just a little off. That is the joy with these, is that you just sort of trim. Most of the time you just trim to the front. And once in a blue moon I do fold it, and I have, you know, more front than back, and I'm like, whoops. So I got to cut a little of that off, but I'll do this. We'll give it a moment. I do see a spot. So yeah, Thursday was the garage. Took me all day. We started about 9:30. We got some stuff in storage. I came home, and Dad ran his errands, and I kept going in here until I absolutely had no choice but to go pick up my oldest. Felt so bad. I'm like, I don't want to stop. So I came home, and I grabbed the wrong car, so I couldn't take her for a driving lesson. And she's like, I'm not feeling all that peachy anyway. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, well, it's all right. It's all good. We aren't, it's not meant to be. My mood's elsewhere. I can't really teach you when I'm all distracted, And, so we're like, okay, well, it's fine. We'll just go home. And I start working on stuff. And then my youngest called, and she was she's overwhelmed. Kind of going back to school after 2 weeks off. We a little out of balance there. So she's like, I can't be at practice right now, Mom. I made it through Tuesday, but I can't do it. I'm like, that's all right. She's ADHD, and so there are times where you hit your limits, So she's at least learning her limits, and she's, communicating, which is awesome. So there you go. There's number 2. And I think because I did what I did, I have plenty of room. Whoops. My messes. I've got quite of them. I got this going. Okay. So, I can do this. Because they're thicker, I can sort of tuck them in nice and tight. And we have 2 journal cards there. The back is ready to go. We've got a flip over. Again, it's an insulated backed journal card, but because I backed this set, I'm leaving it as is, as a flip over that you could open and write in. So we're going to do that. I have these cabinet cards in the back, which are a separate file. You can buy just a 2 or 3 page cabinet card set, or you can buy the whole kit that has everything in it. And then I have one of my first in a while. I did over the summer, which was cute. It was all the strips from all these pages I had to cut stuff off of. I had all kinds of pieces. We made a tiny little woven, journal card that I decorated. So, love these, which I might have to do another variation of that in the other side. I do have a little bit of these strips left over, pre-glued down. So, I'm going to probably create something with those too. So, anyway, the back is done with its, and this is just my journal cover and tag sleeve, I call it, and that allows you to put multiple things in it to wrap around everything, so it's a nice little bundle. In this case, I glued it to the back to make it a pockety tuck, but we can get things in it. You could glue down this whole bottom though and make it an actual pocket, but things might fall out of it. So I like we have this sort of interesting belly band, sleeve in the back that we can put stuff in and tuck it. Oh, how are we doing? So we have this one. Now, it is a little loose. I may put a third one in there. We'll see. Just depends on where I need to put stuff. We have one in here in our envelope tuck that we did last week. Still have to do my washi. I still have to do my seal button and yarn tie to keep it closed. So we'll put up, I think we'll put a washi here for ribbon, and then, you know, what was I gonna do? Glue it. Oh yeah, so I was gonna put something here to wrap over to here, something on the back to come here and tie it. All right, so I'm trying to remember that so I don't forget. We had the tag. This tag I did as a short last weekend, or this weekend, yesterday I guess. Yesterday or Saturday as a quick reel and short. As a reel. I don't think it is when it's a short. I could not get the timing right on YouTube for that one. So if you watch my Instagram channel, that's there. We did the double pocket, and we decorated this cute little tag. Not little, big tag. With all its pretties on top. I'm not doing anything too fancy yet with this. We just inked it and ready to go. Whether I put paper in it or not, I don't know. I do like to if I have leftovers or something going on. I did this on this. I did do as a short and a reel, so Instagram or YouTube. You should have seen this on Thursday. My cute little corrugated bookmark clip mark. I'm calling it a bookmark because you can move it around. But yeah, it's a paper clip. That's good. And yeah, this we just glued down. We are making it an honest to God envelope. The scallop purse envelope as it was created for now, and it's in the tuck for this lovely belly band that came with the kit. So that's where we're at. So I figured, since I thought I was like 30 minutes in and had something done, we glued that on so it has another cabinet card in it. And then the other half of that cabinet card has this nice, lovely tuck, and I'm gonna probably create another woven journal card. May keep it that big, so we'll see. Or I'm gonna make it smaller. I don't know. I gotta figure out what I have to enhance that. I have a lot of scraps going on, so it may be very much a grungy, scrappy thing. So I was in the mood though to do a lot of stamping and fun stuff like that. And this other one goes up here somewhere. Where did I have it? I moved it, and now I'm kicking myself for that. Well, in one of these slots, we're going to put this file folder journal card. So, let's work on that. Oh, that's so frustrating. When you had it all sort of in your mind and you had it all ready to go, and then you just, I don't know. It's not what it was supposed to be. But anyway, yeah. So, I did the, whole Thursday was the garage. Friday was my bedroom, my closet. My little walk-in closet. I think it's like a 5x5 is what it is. And I mean, yes, it is now it is actually a walk-in. I can actually see the floor. I can actually, I got rid of like a dozen pairs of random flat, wide-shoed sandals that I wore a lot when I was pregnant and whatnot. And I'm like, they are stretched out. They're not really in good condition. I mean, they're in good enough condition to give away. We have a fundraiser going on. And they take the shoes, they do a little bit of TLC, and then they sell them to those who are a little less fortunate or have a little less going on. But we make money off them. The less they have to do to them, the more money we make as a fundraiser. And then, people can buy what they need. And okay, the only hard part of that is I end up doing that. Okay. Wish these were a little bigger. I know I had stickers bigger, but I don't have those stickers anymore either. So no, it's just great. It's both of them it's all good all the way around. I feel it's better than just throwing them into YouTube, giving them to Goodwill, and they may or may not decide to do anything with them. And so, I was able to get rid of like a dozen shoes, which means I could put some of my favorite shoes in boxes. I could put others in the shelving unit. I bought a new 6 cubby unit back in September, and I finally put that together. My daughter, my little one, well, not little, she's the youngest, but she helped me put it together because she wanted to do something. I was like, all right. So she helped me put it together. Now these are blocks, nice little handheld, I don't know what they're made out of, but there's like an 8 count or less, depends what you want, at Amazon. Got them last March. And I love them because they're all different sizes, so I can do them. I mean, I have ones that are literally the size of this, which is great if you really want something small. So I have all kinds of things I can work with. But yeah, so we went ahead and I went in there and I pulled everything out, pulled a bunch of my clothes out. Yeah, I had a lot of clothes was from back in 2000 up through 2005 when I was working out in the field, in the store. You know, we ran a cell phone store at one point, so I had all these clothes, and a lot of pink clothes, a lot of different pinks, which is fine to a point, but I haven't worn them in forever. I'm not that size, I'm not that shape anymore. I've had 2 kids since then, you know, it's like, yeah, no. So I was like, all right, I'm not wearing them. I haven't worn them. My daughters have no desire. So, you know, I was a good girl. I finally cleaned them out. I was like, nope, I'm done. I don't need to keep doing this. They're just taking up space. My closets, you know, everything's getting whatever. So, pulled a bunch of stuff out, which the problem was that it means I made a new pile of stuff on the pile that I cleaned up. My ever-rotating pile, you know, of clean stuff that should only be things I can actually use right now, and now has clothes on them. And where the tables and chairs that went into storage now have a pile of things also to sell. So, alright, so I took a coffee-dyed, yummy smelling, like cinnamon, whatever, coffee-dyed half file folder. I heavily coffee wrung and splattered one side. This side is lighter, so we're going to use this to write on. And this side is what we're going to decorate. So I just was in the mood. I wanted to do something with it. But beyond that, I don't know, because, well, this wasn't my first plan of attack today. I really had something else in mind. I was doing some spackling in my closet. We had, oh, that's for the other project. What is this? Oh, it's to tuck something in, maybe. That's a cute little pockety thing, but we, what was the thought? So some of the things that help keep up your shelves, because we have two shelf / hanging areas, and it really do something different there, right? I am simply just layering and trying not to think about it too much while I do it, because this is going to be just the decorative. And we don't want it too clunky, because it does make it hard to write on the back side. But at the same time, I want to, I don't know, I just want different, fun, different, pretty, elegant, whatever. So anyway, the hanging areas that help keep things up have been falling down. I've been, you know, one had a huge hole and it wasn't holding. Luckily the shelving is up, but it wasn't doing it any purpose. So I had to mesh the wall and then re-stucco it, because, yeah, I want to be able to, at some point, if I need to, put that hinge back in place, maybe right in that exact same spot, but nearby, knowing that the wall is going to hold up. So that's where I'm at with that. So I'm going to put a little white for contrast. And then with that, maybe we'll do a little bit of both. Yeah, I had that going, but maybe we can then cluster it off that and that. And then I could put a cluster up here of one of our goodies. As usual, everything's going the wrong direction. There we go, that one won't work. It's all to one side, but that's okay, because this is the tip. There we go. Alright, we're going to keep it simple. We're not going to overthink this, especially when, you know, I never know when my freaking phone's going to do something weird. Because I do not have any of the do not disturbs on. I don't know. I had a bunch of, like, little apps give me notifications, but yeah, I don't know what cut it off. And I don't even know where I probably will find the film later, but so weird. I guess just you guys weren't supposed to see the belly band. I'm sorry. Well, this could have been a separate thing, or could have been an extra thing, and I didn't even get to add that into the mix, but oh well. But so yeah, I had this strip that wasn't sticky enough to put on the wall, because it's supposed to be like self-adhesive. So it sort of sticks to the wall at first, so you don't have to like try to keep it up there or add more oomph to anything. And it this little section, which is the, you know, what was left over from the previous run. You always know that first bit of tape never, you know, sticks right. That's what it was there for. So I was like, well, I'll just cut that off. And I'm like, ooh, we like that kind of look. Let's play with that. I like doing the multimedia thing lately. I know I've created all this ephemera to go on stuff, and then I go, well, I'm going to make new stuff. We're going to cut that off pretty cleanly because I do want that to stay... do want some... I'm going to cut all the way across, which I know. Now I could flip it over. I could roll it over to give a little bit of something to this end, and I can always rip it off. Yeah, I think we need a nice clean backing, so nope. I'm going to do that. Another scrap. Yay, more scraps. Now we're trying to use up scraps, and what happens? We create more. I don't think it perfectly fits. This is something I embossed a couple weeks ago for another project. Which, yes, if you can get some ink on your embossing template pads, it will do some of this coloring for you, which is great. Okay. I don't want to do any ink on this, or whether I just want to leave it as is. I think we'll just leave it and we'll ink everything on top of it. So yeah, so there we go. I don't know. Thursday was the garage, which I got it all cleaned up. Only then to Friday go into my closet, pull out a bunch of stuff that, you know, my kids, of course, my girls aren't gonna wear because, well, you know, they're not. Though they have, one of them has a very interesting style and will utilize some of my husband's clothing, because they're, you know, it's unisex enough that she can dress it up or down. The other one won't really do any of his clothing. Has a few pieces that are comfy or to sleep in maybe, but a few shirts, but she doesn't really. She's like, no, I have my own clothes, thanks. So I'm like, okay, I want to make sure. You want a piece of some of your dad's? I can't keep everything for them forever, so it's like, well, we have a moment and we have to use it, or we don't. Okay, so we'll do that. Sort of pre-sticks, but I will add maybe a little bit more glue underneath it. I think we glue everything on top of it. It's really not going to go anywhere. So I got a bunch of his stuff out. Anything that I got some of his stuff that some things, I have a few little things here and there that are just like on a shelf, or like in one cubby, or in that shelf, or, you know, hidden behind something else. So there's still hints of him. I have a lot of his dress shirts that I adore, that myself or my youngest could wear. They're gorgeous colors. He was a sales rep. We definitely dressed him up pretty nicely. And so he, you know, we had some really nice things. And so I'm holding on to them because, you know, you never know. That, and I think we can get a phrase down here of some sort. I think it would be great. I do have that kit. So anyway, I was able to get the last of his stuff, you know, put away nicely with some bunched up. I got the dust off of it. You know, and the rest went into bags out here. Get clean thing. You know, you love that. If you notice that you clean one area up and you only end up putting, like, then you clean something else up and it has to take up the space it takes up the space you just cleaned up. So now I get to do the whole online garage sale thing because, like I said, it's supposed to rain. Starting Friday afternoon, it's supposed to rain through the whole weekend. So I don't know if I have a window to do anything in, which frustrating. Not happy about that at all. I was like, man, I didn't do it this weekend because, you know, I was like, oh, oops, sorry guys, so sorry, next week. And no, I don't. You know, so here we go. Here is our yummy coffee dyed file folder. We've decorated the front so far so that you can write on the back, and we're probably just going to insert it into the book. I don't really have a pocket for it yet, or as of yet. I don't know. It could go in that one slot if I don't want to do the weaved version. I mean, I could decide just to put it, I think it fits here. If I really didn't want to mess with another one of these, I could just do that. Maybe we'll, for the moment, let's do that. It is a tab on this end, makes it easy to pull out. And I do feel we need we need some words down here. I got this coolest, they're like quotes from books, movies. It was just it's Tim Holtz. It's just this clipping sticker book. And, I don't know, there's some really great orders attended to day or night. Like, the weirdest little clips. There's a strange fascination. But I feel like they come from lines in a book or lines from a movie. I don't know who put this one together, but I absolutely, I don't know, I mean, I'm assuming Tim Holtz did, but I don't know where he found them all, but I love this thing. This one's awesome. Now, I'm going to try to ink it a little bit so it's not so flat. It doesn't seem so, what's the word? You know, new. So, I don't know. So there's just that little bit. There's a strange fascination. Do I want to put it lower in the dark stuff? Do I put it over this? I'm sort of liking it down here in the dark stuff. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, there's a strange fascination. Because I don't know, I don't think I have words, but I don't think I have a specific, I don't have a word set that goes with this one, so. Alright. I don't know. I almost want to put one more thing over here, but I like the fact that that is our... Now to change it up, I could put some goo in that. Some spackle in it. Sometimes it's really thick. I have to really get it thin. And offset it from what's there. Let me see. I can't wipe it off. Ooh, maybe up even in this corner. One of these corners where we don't have anything. Let's do it that way. Let's see. It is just spackle. It is drywall spackle. I do not have the, what's the other stuff? You guys do have some kind of spackling stuff for this field, but I do not. I'm pressing down really hard because I do not want this too thick. I did it on another cover over the summer. I did do some of this stuff. Definitely gets it some dimension. That's definitely, and you just let it dry, and then it doesn't. If I go over it with the, I have a couple dry adhesive sprays that I can put over it, and that seems to make quite a difference. Now I did the other day put glitter over it, and it actually stuck, and I was like, ooh. So let's see something here. I have. Let's see, do I want to do that? I hate to open up another one. I know I keep opening up glitters and I have nowhere to put them right now. So let's see something here. Let's see how much it sticks. I'm sort of curious. Because it is, technically. And even let some of it come off, I guess. So it's just a hint of glitter. Ew. What do we think? I mean, come on. Focus. I don't know, it's being temperamental with my camera. It's not focusing in the light. But there's glitter in there. Little something in there. Let's see how it dries. And it'll tell us what it does or doesn't do. And then if I spray it a little bit, it might help hold it all in place. There we go. This one is not super, what's the word? Journal is not overly like glittery or overly, it's very watercolor, light, airy, little Jane Austen-y with, you know, just the reading love and little Victorian feel, but not being overly whatever. Yeah, me and my glitter. I hate wasting any of it. You would think I wouldn't care, but we went through a phase where it was really hard to find any real decent glitter. And Dollar Tree had the packets and all the colors in the world. And so it was great. You know, it was like we had like the oranges and you had the blues and the greens and, you know, so you would get like 5 different colors on a thing. And then, you know, you just had it where you work them enough to do something. Okay, so. But anyway, yes, I did that and I had to do a bunch of housework and yard work and all this stuff on Saturday. So by Sunday, I was dead tired, guys. Oh my gosh, everything hurt. There we go. So I did not have a video for you at midnight this morning. I am so sorry. But here you go. You get to see me create something. Wasn't what I meant to have you. Wasn't what I thought you would be watching. But that's okay. What's in my fingers? Oh, I thought I picked something else up. Oh, you see, I thought me decorate this. Once it's dried and stuff, you should be very easily be able to press down and write on the back of it. Because that's always the deal. So there we go. And I got to show you the final product of that one. And, you know, I got to show you the belly band, even though that was supposed to be on camera. But there it is. Isn't that pretty? So now I don't know what to do. I guess my photo is going to be... I'm going to do a final. Maybe I guess my photo is going to have to be the final. I've been trying not to do final photos. Because people go, oh, I don't care. You know, maybe I don't want to see how that turns out. But I think that's going to have to be my picture for my preview. Because, well, the other picture doesn't make much sense when you don't get to watch me do this. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to have to debate on that. Well, you'll know when you see it, whether you're seeing the base pieces of that or whether it's something else. Oh, who knows? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go. It's only been about 30 minutes, but I feel like we had a slight hiccup, and I'm not going to push my luck today. So we're going to go ahead and end it with these lovely creations today. We did a belly band that you got to see the finished product for. You got to see me decorate up a lovely coffee dyed file folder to make it a journaling space, so it's nice and pretty to put in that pocket in the front. You got to see some progress of how things are going, and I am probably at this point going to just try to sit down and finish decorating this all up. So it's going to be one of those first items I hope to do a test run on when we launch the shop, and you guys can be able to purchase this for, you know, anybody who loves and adores reading and has a reading journal, has as a review journal, can have it as just an everyday journal, because that's, you know, there's plenty of pages to write in here, and it makes, you know, a book lover's day. Just love you all very much. Thank you so much for liking, loving, commenting, notifications, hearts, comments. It means the world to me. It keeps me going, keeps me on the forefront of YouTube's, you know, radar, so they know, oh, people are watching. We should help push that along. So love you all very much. I will keep you up to date. Hopefully we'll have something fun to work on Wednesday. No clue what it'll be. And we will just keep trugging along. So love you all very much. Talk very soon. Bye-bye.